Alrighty, so we're back on some more Warframe today. Sorry if I sound a little bit sick. I think I got a little bit sick just from the weather just going up and down so much. In the northern United States, it's kind of like the weather just fluctuates up and down so much in the springtime. One day it's 40, next day it's 80, day after that's 30. You don't really get a springtime here necessarily. Like I always imagine springtime is supposed to be like consistently 40 to 50 degrees, maybe some rain here and there. It really feels like spring weather. We get like 2 days of it where it's actually like 40 or 50. It pretty much goes winter time for a good while, 2 or 3 months usually, maybe 4 months, kind of just depends. And then like just 2 days of like actual spring weather, and then it's summer weather, which kind of stinks because I feel like springtime otherwise would be pretty good, I like it when it's in the 40s or 50s. I prefer to be just more cool. I don't really like to be hot and humid and just sweaty. My logic for always liking colder weather is that it's easier to warm up than it is to cool off. If you want to cool off, you gotta turn on the AC. RIP electric bill or whatever. Meanwhile, if you want to just warm up, it's easy. Just put on a blanket, put on some more layers. You can't really cool off too much outside, that is. It's pretty difficult. Anyway, I think we'll just do some more leveling since I still have Infinity Booster. I should have grabbed Infinity Blessing. I'll do that after this. But anyway, today's topic I thought would be sleeping is great. I kind of just think of like some topics every day at work to just make a YouTube video on, and well, I thought might as well do a topic on this. So now why am I talking about why sleeping is great? I think most adults would agree. But that's the thing, most adults. As a kid, I don't really get interested in sleep. Like I remember just not even really wanting to go to bed too much when I was younger. I remember though that like whenever it would hit 10 p.m. I was just knocked out. But I would want to stay up late. I wouldn't really want to go to bed. I was not looking forward to go to bed because I want to spend more time playing games or whatever. Sleep time was not really fun to me. Anyone else remember as a kid when you would randomly wake up in your bed when you remember last being on the couch or in your chair? Those were always confusing moments because you're like, wait, I don't remember going to bed. How did my parent even carry me? I think we've all been through that. But when you start to actually grow up, more so like, I don't know, later high school or even college especially, sleep is just something that you really value. Naps were something that I kind of just never really understood. Like, why do people need a nap? I don't get it. Does not seem interesting or fun at all. Like, I don't know, I always had enough energy to get through the day. But as you start to age, naps become more understandable because, I mean, especially some days you only get like 4 hours of sleep. And I know ideally you're supposed to get like 8 hours of sleep, but let's be real, we all sometimes get only like 4 hours of sleep. And apparently it's not good to actually oversleep. Like, it's fine to get maybe 9 or 10 hours of sleep, but apparently going past that is not good for you, which I do think I can kind of feel because I did get about, I don't know, 12 hours of sleep 2 days ago because I just had plenty of time for it and I was pretty tired anyway. And I did kind of feel more tired sooner throughout the day than normal. It was like after being up for like 5 or 6 hours, I already started to feel tired even though I technically got plenty of sleep. I really did start to value naps a bit more. Although I only nap when I actually kind of feel the need to. Typically it would come after like 4 hours of sleep, maybe sometimes after only about 7 hours of sleep. It happened quite a few times throughout college. What's weird is like 4 hours of sleep can be sometimes surprisingly more effective than you would think. Like, it's weird. You get 4 hours of sleep and then you wake up for a bit because you have to attend class or whatever. You actually get to class and you're like, oh wow, I actually feel surprisingly fine right now. But then about 3 or 4 hours later, you just kind of crash out. The nap kicks in because really I would have class around 10 a.m. in college and then I'd get home maybe about 2 p.m. and I would pretty much just take a nap right then and there. And I always nap at my desk. I don't really nap in my bed. I would just nap in my chair while I just have some random video playing. Does anyone else do that where they just have some sort of long form video playing while they're taking a nap? Maybe sometimes a live stream or Twitch VOD, really. It's weird. I feel like I can't really take a nap without just some sort of noise. Really, I can't go to sleep without some sort of noise going on. Whenever I sleep, I always have a fan running, even in the winter time where I really do not need the fan. Really, it's just like one day I started having the fan going because like it's really nice in the summer because it's hot. I really need the fan, and ever since then I have not been able to sleep without the fan going at all because just absolute silence it's uncomforting. Does anyone else get that like ringing in their ears that they can hear whenever it's too quiet? That happens to me all the time. Sometimes just randomly in the day, I'll get that loud ringing in my ear. Even if there's like plenty of noise going around, it will just randomly pop up. Now, of course, it's not, that common, but just every once in a while, it will happen. But I feel like sleeping can almost be a hobby these days, which sounds kind of weird, and you kind of might be wondering how. Well, let me put it like this. If we never had to sleep, that would be great, really, because I do think being awake a lot of the time is nice. You get more stuff done. You have more free time to actually do things. I mean, you spend like 8 hours of your day just sleeping. If you never had to sleep, you would get like 8 hours of work, 16 hours of free time. Sounds good, right? I feel like I would still kind of nap for like 2 to 4 hours though, because the mental rest would be pretty nice. Although I gotta say, whenever I do sleep, I have like the weirdest dreams ever. I don't understand that saying of your dreams have meaning. Whenever I wake up, I'm kind of like, what the heck did I just think of? Like even today, there's an example. It was this weird dream where I was in the car with my mom. We were for some reason on the same seat. She was kind of like at the edge of the seat while I was like actually on the backrest, and we were driving around in the snow for some reason. And then all of a sudden, it kind of turned into like a horror thing, like a stealth horror. I don't even know exactly what the horror was, but all of a sudden, 2 adult childs, yes, you heard that correctly, adult childs. They looked like 7-year-olds, but they were like 57-year-olds. It was weird. They were literally like 7-year-old kids in terms of looks, but they had a beard, and they were 57 years old. I remember being stunned at it by first. I was like, are you guys really adults? And they were like, yeah, we're adults. We're like 57 years old. I was like, oh, okay, just making sure, because sometimes there's some strange things going on. You never really know these days. And so I was acting like that wasn't strange for some reason. And then for some reason, there was like all of a sudden like 9 weird female aliens. It started going down a specific path, if you get what I mean with female aliens. It was really weird. I don't understand my dreams. I feel like even sometimes I have dreams that should be nightmares, but they're just so weird that they cannot even really be a nightmare, because they're just like so incomprehensible. It's like, what the heck is going on? Like my dreams are weirder than an AI generated video at this point. I just really do not understand it, and I almost get annoyed by it, because it's like, wow, my brain is that creative in my sleep, but I struggle to be creative when I'm actually awake. Like if you ask me to come up with a name for anything, like come up with a name for a pet, I struggle. Like I am just not creative at all when I'm awake, but when I'm asleep, randomly, just the craziest ideas ever. But yeah, I really just think that as a kid, you don't really value sleep too much, but as an adult, you really start to value it a lot more. It might be kind of because you have more responsibilities to do, or sometimes you just simply stay up late because you can, and you only get like 4 hours of sleep. I mean, whenever I do get 4 hours of sleep, it's definitely on me. I'm not even like busy doing anything. I'm just busy having fun with my free time. Although sometimes I really just cannot fall asleep. Kind of just depends on like your work schedule, I think. Oh gosh, and I sometimes remember as a kid, even on my free days, I would wake up at like 6 or 6:30 a.m. I would never do that anymore. Instead of waking up at 6 or 6:30 a.m., I go to bed at 6 or 6:30 a.m. Like when I have a free day, I'm getting all the sleep I want to. Like I have a free day tomorrow actually, so looking really forward to that. I just get to chill. I'm going to get as much sleep as I want. If I want to be in bed for 9 or 10 hours, I can. I feel like for me, 9 hours is probably the right amount. 7 hours is just too little. 8 hours is also kind of just too little. I feel like I don't really get like quality sleep though, because like I just kind of randomly wake up after 4 hours of sleep, and then I'll try to fall back asleep because I'm like, oh, I still have 4 more hours until I need to get up. So I'll fall back asleep and then wake up 2 hours later, see that I still have more time, then fall asleep, and then wake up 1 more hour later, see that I have more time, fall asleep, wake up like 30 minutes later. I can't really just stay asleep for 8 hours consecutively, which I mean is maybe good that I'm not a heavy sleeper, because then I don't really miss anything. So I guess it's not the worst thing ever that I don't really get quality sleep. I really hope my voice does not sound too bad right now with my stuffy nose. And then lastly, I guess the last thing that's kind of been on my mind recently is relationships. That's only on my mind because I hear every now and then that like relationships are dwindling these days. People are not really going out on dates and just such so on. What the heck am I saying? I mean, I'm single too. I'm 23 years old, still single, always been single. And honestly, I don't think I would ever ask anyone out. Number one, I'm kind of socially anxious. I've got some social anxiety. Number two, I mean, definitely not true for all girls, don't get me wrong, but some people get really weird when you try to ask them out. Like they treat you like a pervert or whatever. They can really say some messed up things when you're just trying to simply ask them out. And then reason number three, all the good girls are taken. I'm kidding, by the way. But really, it's like I'm not really going out anywhere to actually meet people. And even in online, I'm not really in like any sort of social group. Like I play games by myself for the most part. I don't have Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram, and really you do kind of have to be, cautious online when meeting people. I did used to want a girlfriend, like I still would not mind it at all, but I feel like I've just kind of gone with the mindset of I need to be happy with myself first, and if I just learn to be happy with myself, that will help out a lot. It will just, help my overall well-being, but also it will help if I actually do ever get into a relationship. Why is it so hard to say relationship? Probably because my nose is stuffy right now, I'm sorry. But I feel like, being happy with yourself helps for relationships, because those weird relationships where people are like, oh, I think I'd die without you. I mean, that's a little bit weird, a little bit much, I feel like if you're that needy, that desperate for someone, you can be a little bit awkward. There is a certain level of obsessive where it's a little bit too much. Like, I want a healthy, sane relationship, not a awkward, obsessive one. I don't really want to be with anyone that seems insane. And also, when people value themselves, they can, value their own free time, because I would still absolutely value my own free time. I do sort of have like a battery when it comes to social interactions. After a little bit, I can, kind of get drained and just want my own free time again. But it is kind of crazy to think that, like, back in the day, not to sound like a boomer, even though I'm not even talking like back in my day, I'm talking back in, I don't know, the 80s, the 90s, people, when they're like 18 to 23, it's like they're all just looking for relationships. Now it seems like a lot of relationships happen like mid-20s to late 20s. Seems like marriage doesn't happen until the later 20s, maybe even the early 30s these days. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know, it's a little bit weird these days. I don't even think it's necessarily like people are socially awkward, because people are still, fine socially. It's just, I mean, asking someone out is a very different thing. Like, I've got no problem with talking with people at work, but I would absolutely die trying to ask someone out. It's not even like, oh, I can't handle rejection. It's just, it's not really like a simple rejection these days. The worst she can say is no. That's not exactly true. The worst she can really say is like, I don't know, calling you a perv, filing a lawsuit over you, saying that it's like sexual harassment, there's some fine extremes these days. So it's just stuff that you gotta worry about. Really, I'm never gonna ask anyone out. And if someone asks me out, I mean, I got no problem with that. But if there's someone that I'm not interested in, I would probably just, I'd put it nicely that, like, I'm just not interested. Like, nothing personal. But I feel like a lot of people these days are not really trying to look for a relationship even. Like, when it comes to work, everyone's just busy working, really. Or talking about work or whatever other stuff is going on. Like, I go to work. I don't necessarily go to work to meet people. But anyway, I think that's about all I've got to say for now. Hopefully my sickness clears up here soon. It's just a simple cold, really. I think it's just because of the weather fluctuating so much. But anyway, I think that's it for now. No idea what I'll do next. I still definitely enjoy these just simple yap sessions while playing Warframe. Maybe I'll do more variety next. I don't know. I'll just see whatever happens. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in whatever I do next.